But do you know what science I don't need to look into? The science of how cute Kurumi is. Sure, let's go with that. I mean, I was gonna say how cute Noah is, but we're playing through Kurumi's route, so I can't talk about another girl. I've already made this joke. Never mind. Either way, let's I finally remembered to change the stream category. So you know, I'm not in the just chatting section, even though I guess it doesn't really matter. That's not what I meant to press. It doesn't really matter because, you know, there are other streamers that I've seen who are in the just chatting section and they're playing a game that doesn't have a game category. Right? You can choose to be in the just chatting section still, or to switch to the games and demos, and I don't think it really matters that much. Right? It's not like an enforced policy where you have to be in the games and demos category if you're playing a game that doesn't have a category, or you can only be in the just chatting section if when you're just chatting, right? Or well, yeah, I probably should have been like, you can't be in a game category if you're just chatting and stuff like that. I mean, you know, it's a obviously there's still this whole, like, there is a etiquette that, let's just say there's an etiquette when it comes to when you should not be in a category, right? Like the pools and hot tubs category exists for a reason. It's because people made a big fuss about how there are a lot of thoughts, right? Maybe I shouldn't have said that word. There are a lot of skimpy clad women in swimsuits in the just chatting section, and they were flooding the just chatting section until they created the new category for pools and hot tubs and stuff like that. And well, that kind of killed the meta, but it never really stopped people. Well, I guess it did. It kind of stopped people from wearing swimsuits in the just chatting section, but you know, that whole thing was years ago, and I hate that it was years ago. But you know, that's the same with a lot of things. Either way, we don't care about women in the real world. We care about women in the fake one, specifically Kurumi in this instance. Because last time, we were training with Kaguya, and of course, Kurumi being Kurumi was good at everything, and I didn't mention this last stream, but we saw firsthand, well, we already saw when she was easily able to transform back into herself after transmigrating into Slay, but we also saw how she was almost immediately able to selectively use telepathy on a certain person, right? Her first time using it, she was broadcasting her thoughts to everyone, and then only after one use, she was easily able to selectively choose Riku to talk about Kaguya, right? And the reason why it took me a while for me to pick up on that, right? I wasn't able to pick up on it immediately until I saw Kaguya's reaction, was because obviously I didn't expect her to be so fucking quick with it. But I should have expected it because it's Kurumi. But either way, I mean, I guess not either way, because we also went on a date. And it was very cute. It was a very cute scene. And I do hope... I do wish to see how Kurumi would react if Riku was her boyfriend. But, you know, that's probably going to take a while longer. And she might not even act that differently towards him when they're, I guess, on a trial run. But either way, that's enough rambling on. Right, I already done the appropriate attire. Let's get into it. Dot, 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 dot. There's 6. There's 6 dots there. A few days have passed since Kohibari technically became my girlfriend, over which nothing much has happened. We'll text each other a few times over the course of a day, mainly discussing the movies and manga she's been recommending me. Sometimes she'll talk about what she's doing that day, and I'll send back a casual response. Are we acting like a couple? Well, no, not really. But considering we never spoke this regularly before, I think it counts as progress. I am worried about how slow that progress is going. Yes, you bet I am. Am I worried about how slow that progress is going? Yes, you bet I am. Maybe you should ask her out on a date. We could go see another movie. Or we could go out to buy some of the manga she's been recommending me. Despite having no shortage of ideas, I've yet to try and implement any of them. Well, that's because you don't have any balls. I'm well aware of what this is. I have no confidence. My manhood is still non-functional. I don't think you need to worry about the functionality of your dick when you're not actually dating her. Sure, I'm getting ahead of myself, but if our relationship continues, we're going to get to that stage eventually. And when we do, I won't be able to perform. Because I can't even get it up. I'm a broken man. That's why my feet are planted on the brakes. At the same time, it gives me a source of motivation. Motivation to fix myself. So that I can be in peak form when that time comes. I laugh scornfully at myself. Men are driven entirely by lust, I swear. Wait, what if that's why Kohibari offered to go out with me on a trial run? To light a fire under me. To give me a kick up the arse. I get the feeling I'm overthinking it, but it's not entirely impossible. It's not impossible. Maybe she's trying to help me in return for helping her before. It ain't that deep. You know, it really isn't that deep. I don't think she thought about if you were able to get it up or not. I think she just likes you and is hoping that her feelings aren't because of Diablo. Yeah, no, I'm overthinking this. There you go. I don't know what's going on in her head, which is why I'm jumping to conclusions to try to rationalize it to myself. Are you sure? I think she explained very well in the last date. Oh. My phone starts to vibrate on the table. I sit up and reach out for it. Kohibari's calling. Typically, she'd inform me beforehand via text, so I find this strange. But despite having an increasingly bad feeling about this, I answer it anyway. Hello?
Yes!
Uh-oh.
元気か谷風
Well, I guess this explains why Kurumi didn't say that she was going to call, because it isn't Kurumi. Two loud voices pierce my eardrums, neither of which belongs to Kohibari.
あれおーい聞こえてる谷風いるか
Like, bro, I've heard them for a very limited amount of time, and I still remember the voices of Shiraishi and Kaede. Yes, I'm here. Not so loud. Is that Shiraishi and Kinoshita?
くるみでーすくるみでーす
Yeah, nice try. What's going on here?
今さくるみと一緒なんだけど
And you stole her phone. Okay, she's gone to the bathroom, so you decided to call Riku while she was in the bathroom.
駅前のさ、スタバわかる？スタバ。
Sure.
来い。
What?
おい、忙しい？
No, not really.
じゃあ来い。
Why?
くるみ頭抱えてんだけど、ウケる。
Yeah, but like, why does that mean I should come?
外のテラス席に行くからさ、暇ならおいで。
What for? Are you even listening to me? Yeah, they're listening. They just don't care.
おいじゃ、後でね。ね
They hung up. What the hell was that about? In all likelihood, this is something to do with our current trial relationship. I'll bet she told them about it, and then they immediately had the idea to invite me over. But why would they do that? I have no idea, and that makes me nervous. But I can hardly just ignore them. I'm about to put my phone down and get ready to leave when it vibrates again. It's a text this time.
ごめんね。来なくても大丈夫だから。
What to do? I'd rather not be teased. But I do want to see Kohibari. I guess I'll get changed. I arrive at the Starbucks by the station and spot the three girls immediately. They notice me not long after. Kohibari can't hide the grimace on her face. Her friends, on the other hand, are grinning like crazy, enough to send a shiver down my spine. I want to go straight back home, but it's too late for that.
よっすー。ここ座り、くるみの隣。
Yeah. So what did Kurumi tell them? That she's dating Riku, or that this is a trial run? Okay. I sit myself down beside her. She glances hesitantly at me, but doesn't say anything. Why does she look so exhausted? I probably shouldn't have come here after all.
なんも買わんでいい？
Huh? Oh, like a drink? Nah, I'm good.
あんさ、谷風くんに聞きたいことあってさ。
Uh-huh. And you couldn't just ask over the phone? It's funny that it's funny for them to ask you in person.
ね、その発想なかったわ。
Seriously?
ノリで呼んじゃった。ノリで。あは、ウケる。いや、いい迷惑でしょ。
Kohibara grumbles at her two giggling friends, so they just stole her phone right in front of her and just decided to call up Riku and were able to well, how would I say? Kurumi couldn't stop them from calling him.
まあまあ、せっかく来たんだし、付き合えよ、谷風。
Alright.
たまに呼び捨てにするのなんなの？谷風くん困ってるから。
I mean, at least they're not saying Riku, I guess.
なんで笑った？ウケるポイントあった？
Never a dull moment around these three. But right now, those two are getting carried away at Kohibari's expense. It's amusing to see. Having said that, sitting here among three BFFs is kind of making me feel uncomfortable. I should find out what they want, then make myself scarce. So, what do you want to ask me?
What?
What? You said you had something to ask.
あ、そうそう。今ね、くるみと夏休みの予定立ててんの。でもさ、勝手に予定埋めるの悪いじゃん？ね、彼氏に聞かねえとってなって。
Yeah? So, like, how detailed did you get, Kurumi? Kohibari lets out an incomprehensible yelp at the mention of that. She must have told them about our relationship. Them pointing it out makes me feel kind of awkward, but at the same time, I'm glad that Koibari doesn't want to hide it. Mind you, I still haven't told anyone. I could probably tell Noah, but if I tell Amane or my mom, they'll never let me hear the end of it, so that's not happening.
来月に海行く予定はもう立てちゃってるんだよね。
Well, that's why the only way you'll be able to tell your mom or Amane is if you are with Kurumi and she's the one who brings it up.
それだけ許して、それだけ。
You know, just like with Kaguya. I don't need to give you anything. She doesn't belong to me. Make whatever plans you want.
でも、うちらが全部埋めちゃったらデート行けないじゃん？
Well, we don't have any plan at the moment.
は？どういうこと？旅行とか行かないの？
Haven't considered it.
行けよ。
Huh?
デートしろよ。デートしろよ。
Sorry.
もういいでしょ？二人ともテンションおかしいよ。
I think the reason they're like this is because, well, one, they like teasing you, and two, I don't know if you've told them that this is a trial run.
ごめんごめん。嬉しくってさ。くるみに彼氏できて。使用期間だけどね。
Okay, so she did mention that. They just didn't. They just don't care about the trial part.
谷風くんが自分にふさわしいか試していると悪い女よの。違う、逆。私をお試ししてもらう期間。
Her friends already know that the trial part of the trial title at the start of the relationship part is a cope.
ベタボレじゃん。もう。
Koibari stands up in a huff.
トイレ？谷風くんの飲み物買ってくる。尋問されてかわいそうだし。彼氏置いて逃げるのか？くるみひどーい。谷風くん、何がいい？
Can I have an iced coffee?
わかった。
Koibara grabs her wallet and walks off, looking rather forlorn as she does so.
いやー、くるみがね。彼氏か。速攻を告ったのは予想外だったね。
Well, it definitely wasn't like your standard confession.
嫌いじゃないなら試しに付き合ってみない？みたいな感じで言ったんでしょ？
Yeah, basically.
そのことでさ、くるみ結構テンパってて。
How come?
変な提案して引かせちゃったって。
Oh.
かなり気にしてるっぽい。自分のミス引きずるよね、くるみ。ねえ。何でもできちゃう分ね。余計ね。だからね、わざわざ来てもらったわけよ。谷風くんに。そうそう、ノリで呼んだだけだけど。それ言うなし。さっきチカが言ってたし。言ったわ。忘れるの早すぎ。おばあちゃんじゃん。ウケる。
The two girls start laughing again, though they're acting slightly more serious than usual. I don't bother responding with a quip of my own, instead waiting for them to continue.
でさ、うちらからしてもすごいこと言ったなーって感じなんだけど。ノリで付き合おうとか言うタイプじゃないし、めっちゃ考えた結果だと思うんだよね。くるみ、頭の回転早すぎるんよ。 たまについていけんことあるし。
Yeah, I'm sure it's worse when you consider that she's also that she also has a past relationship with Diablo. I don't know how to explain it.
あるある。
The reason why she isn't actually dating Riku at the moment is because she's conflicted about her feelings for Diablo through Slay, right?
とにかく夏だし誰でもいいから彼氏欲しいなとかそんな感じでは絶対ないからさ。
You know, so it's already bad enough that she would probably have a harder time confessing to Riku. She would already have a hard enough time confessing to Riku if she didn't have those conflicting emotions. But because of those, it's a lot harder for her to say whether or not she wants to date Riku. I don't know.
くるみのこと誤解しないであげてね。
And the problem is that Kaede and Shiraishi don't know any of this. So this is why they actually called me over. I'm getting jealous now. She has some really great friends. Don't worry. It was surprising, yeah, but I know she's a sincere person.
そっかそっか。よかったよかった。くるみのことよろしく頼むぜ。谷風。
So like, if Riku starts actually dating Kurumi, is Shiraishi and Kaede also part of the deal? Never mind. Kinoshita smugly pats me on the shoulder. I not in return, only for her expression to immediately cloud over.
でも一個気に食わないことあるんだけど。
I mean, to be fair, dating Kaguya didn't come with Orie, so unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case here.
コヒバリさん。ね。そこうちも気になった。
You're gonna force him to say Kurumi? What about it?
付き合ってるんでしょ?
Technically?
くるみでしょ?
What?
コヒバリさんじゃなくてくるみ。
I mean, I hope he switches to saying Kurumi so I don't accidentally say Kohibari again. Oh, you want me to go to a first name basis?
付き合ってんだしさ、コヒバリさんはさすがになくない？ないね、ない。
I mean, she calls Riku Tanikaze, so like, why don't you hold her to the same standard? Yeah, but like, it feels a bit too soon for that.
意味わかんない。早いとか遅いとかなくない？
It doesn't?
ないでしょ。じゃあいつ呼ぶの？今でしょ。そのネタふる。完全にその振りだったじゃん。言うでしょ。まあどうでもいいですよ、それは。くるみ戻ってきたらちゃんと名前で呼びましょう。
Yeah, I want to see how she reacts.
さんとかなしね。呼び捨てね。
You're really raising the bar on me here. Really raising the bar on me here.
お前ならいけるって。谷風くん、下の名前なんだっけ？たけし。お前ならできる、たけし。
Who the hell is Takashi? I'm Riku. Oh, come on. It's a full-letter name for crying out loud.
ちかつぼってるし、ウケ
I think I understand how Mane feels now. Hanging out with social people is exhausting. I don't know. I feel very, not overwhelmed. I want to date them as well. Never mind.
お待たせ。おい、アイスコーヒー。
Oh, thanks. Yeah. They're both staring right at me. They want me to do it now.
ブラックでよかったよね。昨日もブラックで飲んでたし。
Yeah, thanks, thanks, Kurumi.
どういたしまして。めっちゃ照れてるんだけど、ウケる。その顔超レア。写真撮っとこう。やめ谷風くんに2人がなんか言ったんでしょ。ほら、くるみも。
Now they're holding her to the same standard.
谷風くんじゃなくてたけし。誰？知らない人。
See, Shiraishi and Kaede are cute enough where they can get away with rage baiting.
またつぼってるしウケるんだけど。
The problem with people on Twitter who rage bait is that they're not nearly hot enough to do it and get away with it, right?
なんなの？わけわかんないんだけど。
Kohibari sighs and sits back down. She looks at her two friends, roaring with laughter, and cracks a smile.
ほんとごめんね、想像しくて。
It's cool. How much do I...
いらないおごり。迷惑料。てか、私じゃなくて、チカと楓も出すべきだと思うんですけど。まだ笑ってるし。うちらのゲラ担当はくるみなんだけど、壺に入るとチカ長いよね。なんか食べる？うち買ってくるわ。たけし、甘いもん好き？
I'm not Takashi. Stop trying to make that sick. Stop trying to make that stick.
やめてあげて。チカ死にそうになってるから。
Listen, Kurumi, if you want them to stop saying his name wrong, you have to correct them.
うちも行く。やっぱお腹痛い。じゃあ行ってくんね。たけしの分はおごっちゃるから。いや、さすがにしつこいかな。いきなり真顔になるじゃん。一回受けたのこすりまくるの、楓の悪い癖だと思う。真面目にダメ出しするじゃん。
The two girls get up and walk off. Kohibari watches them, exhausted but smiling. You have great friends.
うざって思ってない？
Like I said, they're cute enough to get away with it. Not at all. They are a little hard to keep up with, though.
タジタジだよね、谷風くん。
Well, I'm still glad I came.
本当？
Yeah, I hadn't heard from you all day, Kohibari, so I was bored anyway.
くるみって呼んでくれないんだ。
Huh? Oh. It might take some time, but I'll work on it. She giggles in an embarrassed, childish way that makes my heart skip a beat. Maybe I do really like her after all. Or maybe it doesn't take a lot to win over my heart.
今のうちに帰っちゃってもいいよ。また絡まれるし。
No, I wouldn't leave without saying goodbye.
そっか。
Now that it's just the two of us, our conversations don't go anywhere really. But that doesn't mean the silence is awkward. Who knows what the future has in store for our relationship. All I know is that I want to give it all I've got.
天使創造リブート。
Thanks for having me over.
緊張しすぎ。適当に座ってて。飲み物を持ってくる。
Sure. I've been left alone. Alone in Kohibari's bedroom. Why does it smell so good in here? She texted me yesterday to apologize again for her friends teasing me. During that conversation, we agreed to do our homework together. Since she felt bad about always imposing at my house, she invited me to hers for a change. Her parents aren't home. It's just the two of us. We're tentatively dating, but that still counts. Under normal circumstances, I have no doubt that my mind would be flooded with fantasies about the typical my parents aren't home situation. But that's beyond my capabilities right now. If anything, she probably invited me over because she knew it was safe to. She trusts me because I'm impotent. I feel like a husk of a man.
まだ立ってるし。
She puts 2 glasses down on the table.
聞くのを忘れてた。麦茶でよかった？
Yeah, thanks. She sits down, so I sit at the opposite end of the table.
しまった。宿題のプリント。
Then she stands straight back up and heads over to the corner of the room where her bag is sitting. In the meantime, I dump my homework and notebooks onto the table.
よし。
She retakes her seat and spreads her homework out over the table.
やりますか。
I pick up my pen, only to notice that Kohibari is still staring at me. Yeah?
口数が少ない。
Huh? Oh,
リビングでやる？人の部屋落ち着かないよね。
No, I'm fine. We've already got our stuff out anyway.
問題ない？
Huh?
いつも通り？
Oh, I am kind of nervous.
私も。
She smiles bashfully. Why do I feel so restless right now?
体さ。どうなの？
You mean the whole you know what thing?
うん。
Still not better.
こういう状況でも反応なし。ですか。
Well, it's only gonna work after you officially start dating, so unfortunately, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Did I hear that? Did I hear that right? The way she phrased that, it implies she invited me over, knowing full well where it might go. Would we really have taken that next step if my manhood was functioning? Surely I'm getting ahead of myself. Fuck, man, I gotta stop getting so worked up over every little thing she says.
やっぱり魔王の力をどうこうしないと治んないのかな？
Huh? We're still talking about this? Well, there's no way to know. But that's the only thing that comes to mind.
興奮すると変身しちゃうんだっけ？
Hold up. Like, my mana used to go wild when it came into contact with other people's, but that doesn't happen anymore.
練習したもんね。
More or less. Sorry you had to go through that. It must have been really embarrassing.
もっと恥ずかしいことしてみる？
Don't threaten me with a good time? Could you repeat that?
キスとかしたら治ったりして。
Yes, please. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. In fact, she just made my mind go entirely blank. We're still only technically dating. We haven't even held hands. Oh wait, we have. Not that it counts, but it was when we were experimenting with her telepathy. Right now, she's very clearly and very deliberately coming onto me. Am I being too stiff about this? Maybe all popular kids treat this as casually as going out for lunch.
なんか言ってよ。
Huh? Oh, sorry, I'm a bit confused. You know I need to say something. I know I need to say something. Just, sorry, give me a sec.
うん。
I'll be honest with you. I have zero experience. I've never even been alone with a girl before. So I'm panicking hard right now. I know you probably have tons of experience doing this, Koibari.
小ひばりさん
Huh? Kurumi?
二人きりの時はそう呼んでね。
Okay.
あと、めっちゃ勘違いしてるみたいなんだけど、私も経験なんてないし、今、めっちゃドキドキしてるんだからね。
You have no experience?
付き合ったことなんてないし、谷風くんと同じ。名前で呼ばせといて、私だけ名字で呼ぶの違うね。リクとリッくん、どっちがいい？
Rick is fine.
リッくんね。
I'm reminded of Mrs. Sato, but I probably shouldn't bring that up right now. Yeah, bringing up the name of another woman? How could you? I'm just going to have to go along with it. Yeah, I suppose that works.
なんか、呼び捨てにするの、抵抗あって。
She giggles. Upon closer inspection, I see that Kurumi started blushing.
かなり勇気出して言ってみたんだけどな。やり慣れてるから平気みたいな勘違い。心外なんですけど。
Yeah, you're not a slut, you're just a degenerate. You're a you're a turbo degen. Sorry.
取りま付き合っちゃおっかとか軽いこと言った私が悪いんだけど。
Can I ask you something?
内容によるけど。
Why me? Well, you're the only guy that exists in this world that isn't from the other world.
どういうこと？
Like, sure, I guess you could say Inoue exists, but he doesn't even have a sprite, so does he really count? You could probably take a pic of any guy you want. Koibari. Oh, sorry, Kurumi. You're cute and friendly, so you probably get plenty of attention from guys.
めっちゃ褒めるじゃん。
I know, I'm cringing myself. Anyway, what I'm getting at is, we only got to know each other recently. Why would you want to go out with a guy like me? Just because you sit on my desk every day?
強いて言うなら、
Yeah?
俺なんかって言っちゃうところ。
ん？
多分理解してもらえないなって。理由は楓にもチカにも言ってないんだけどさ。谷風くん、私も間違えちゃった。りっくんはさ。
This feels pretty embarrassing.
慣れて慣れて。
I'll try. Sorry, didn't mean to get us off topic. Were you trying to say, were you trying to say you have a thing for losers?
全然違う。
I mean, at least he's aware that self-deprecation is unattractive. Oh, well, continuous self-deprecation is unattractive.
りっくんはさ、反射的に親切にできるよね。人に。
Like when I return the towel?
そういうのとか。あと、結構気を使ってくれてるし。私がなんかやらかしても気にするな問題ないって嫌な顔一つしないし。
I'm not trying to be especially considerate or anything.
当たり前のことをしてるだけ？
Yeah, basically.
そういうところ。
ぶ Sorry, I'm really not getting it. Really not getting it.
ささやかな善行を当然って心から思ってるところ。それって結構難しいよ。大体の人は見返りを期待しちゃうと思う。私もそう。 そういう、なんて言うんだろう。うまく表現できないけど、押し付けない優しさっていうのかな。りっくんの前世というか、そういうところいいなって思ったんだ。私、そういうところに惹かれてるんだって気づいた。だからお試しでどうって言ってみました。
You moved fast from realization to action.
ああ、そこはね。
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
そういうわけじゃなくて、りっくんは本音で話してくれたし、私もそうしないとね。ちょっとだけ脱線するんだけど。
Oh, I like doing that all the time. Sure.
前世の記憶、魔王のことばっかりって話したじゃん。
About Slay crushing on him?
ねえねえ、なんていうか、じれったいというか、なんというか、スレイってめっちゃめんどくさい女なの。
Oof.
それくらいめんどくさいの。魔王がよく仕事放り出して街に繰り出してたみたいな記憶、りっくんも見てるよね。
Yeah, to eat and stuff.
スレイね、そういうの全部把握してるの。魔王のマナの反応みたいなの常に追ってるから。
Always.
そう、常にずっと。で、あいつまた抜け出したな。ふふ、多めに見てやるか。みたいに知らんぷりしつつ帰ってきたらお説教するわけ。止めなかったくせに。ストレートに魔王に優しくできなくて、表面上は厳しく接するわけ。隠れて優しくするわけ。めんどくさーってならない？
Okay, we get it. You don't like tsunderes. It's kind of sweet, in a way.
わかるよ。王と家臣だもん。簡単に好きって言えないの。わかるけどさ。もうじれったい。全く進展しない記憶を繰り返し見せられるのイライラするってなってて。だから、前世に対してそういう気持ちがあったから、私は違うぞって行動したかったんだと思う。
That's why you suggested the trial run?
そんな感じ。りくん打算でって言ってたけど、私もちょっとそういうところあると思う。前世の記憶に染まっちゃうかもって少し怖くもあって、自分はスレイとは違うって行動で示して断ち切りたかったというか、そういう気持ちあると思う。ごめん。
You don't need to apologize. We're both just as confused as about all this. That's why we're having this trial run.
ありがとね。
No, thank you. It's been playing on my mind, but now I think I understand.
実は理由はまだあるんです。
Oh, what's that?
さっきも言ったけど、私も経験ないわけで、正直恋とかよくわからんです。りっくんをいいなとは思ってるけど、これが恋なのかわかんない。でもさ、りっくんの周りには可愛い子いっぱいいるじゃん。
Yeah, but I've already gone through all of them.
あまねちゃんにノアちゃんにかぐやちゃんにおりえちゃん。
Okay, well, the order you said is different from how I went about it, but you're close.
自分の気持ちがはっきりするまで待ってたら手遅れにならないって思って。
I mean, you didn't include Fumika in that, but I'm sure you wouldn't have guessed that she would also be dateable. Wait a second.
Huh?
Why is Amane included in there?
かわいいじゃん。
Yeah, and she's my sister. Outing yourself as a D-Gen, huh? I'm gonna need you to correct that.
ノアちゃんに、かぐやちゃんにオリエちゃん。
And Fumika. Good. That was dangerous territory. We were in for a minute. Not like she was the second girl you dated or anything. Anyway, it's hard to imagine anything happening between me and any of those three.
わかんないじゃん。あるかもしんないじゃん。
I mean, it happened a lot quicker with Orie, but that didn't turn out to be a good route.
だったら、後悔するより見切り発車でも進んじゃえって思ったわけ。
You know, Kurumi.
何？
I never expected you to be so awkward.
知識でどうにかできることだけ、要領がいいだけ。わかんないじゃん。こういうの。正解なんて。
Yeah, I couldn't tell you myself.
キスしよう。急ぎすぎた気がするけど。
Yeah, but like, is the offer still there? Seriously, you almost gave me a heart attack.
いいんだけどね。全然。しても。
Yeah? Come on.
沈黙が気まずいんですけど。
That's your fault.
そうですか？
Let's wait until we've both figured out our feelings before we do that.
あ、そっか。私が良くてもりっくんが嫌な可能性考えてなかった。
Well, I'm not totally against it. Cut it out. The way you're staring at me makes my heart race.
じゃあいいじゃん。しても。
If you'll allow me to be serious for a moment.
うん。
I'm sort of a broken man.
うん。
I want to regain confidence in myself again before we do any of this together.
わかった。じゃあもう言わない。
I'm definitely gonna be kicking myself and not just fooling you with some bravado when I get home.
正直すぎる。
Anyway, homework.
あ、そうでした。
You'll probably be done in 10 minutes and then you'll be spending the rest of the time trying to teach Riku how to do it. I rather forcibly end our little tangent and bring us back to our original objective. Had it kept going, I likely would have given in. Even though I feel like Kurumi herself wouldn't actually want that. Would it really be that bad? Would it really have been so bad to give in to temptation? Maybe a kiss could cure my ED. Kisses break spells all the time in fairy tales. I've got the devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other. Only the angel is also telling me I should have gone for it. Damn it! Why did the magic have to go after my dick of all places? And why have I got a girlfriend now when my confidence is rock bottom? I just can't concentrate on my homework at all. So, I know I said we should focus on our homework. Have you been playing games with Amane lately?
してるよ。
Oh, online, I'm guessing.
そうそう。あまねちゃんはそっちの方がいいみたいだし。ランクガンガン上がってる。漫然と遊ぶより目標があるといいね。楽しい。
I'm glad you two are having so much fun playing together.
りっくんのおかげです。
seen any more of the flashbacks? Learned anything new in them?
めっちゃ喋るじゃん。
Oh, sorry. The silence was just kind of bothering me.
実は私も。
That's why you should be kissing instead of talking. She smiles and puts down her pen. I follow suit by shutting the textbook I only just opened.
相変わらずだね。内容も似たような感じ。
Yeah, that's why they're annoying, because there's no progression. So you just have to watch your unrequited love play out. I could see why that'd be annoying.
ねえ。でも最近はね、ちょっと違う楽しみ方してますよ。
What way?
考察みたいな。オリエちゃんがさ、当時のことをよくわかんないって言ってたじゃん。
Yeah, it's hard to separate fact from fiction.
そういう体で話せないことを伏せてるかもだけど。
You think?
あ、ごめん。今の私が適当に言っただけ。わかんないなら、記憶を頼りに紐解いてやろうと。
Oh, so that's what you meant.
頭痛がするのはちょっと嫌だけど、異世界の歴史を知る鍵になるって前向きに捉えるようにしました。
Have you figured out anything beyond what Aurier was able to tell us?
スレイが魔王シュキシュキってことしかわかんない。
It always comes back to that, huh?
でもね、ちょっと疑問があるんだよね。
She takes a sip of her tea as her expression becomes more grim.
戦争ってかなり長い間続いていたんでしょ？
That's what they say.
ってことはつまり戦況はずーっと拮抗していたってわけで、どっちかが疲弊すれば和平とか降伏とかそういう話になるよね、きっと。
Yeah, probably. If I recall, Kaguya said Diablo Allion was on the throne for around 10 years, and the war had been going on even longer than that. Comparing that to our big wars, how long was World War II again? 6 years?
1939年から1945年の6年くらい。
Yeah, I know my history.
第一次世界大戦は4年くらいかな。1914年から1918年。
Yeah, but here's the problem. You're talking about World War I and II. If you want to bring up long wars, you'll have to go a lot further back than just 100 years. Alright? And Japan was devastated after those 6 years of fighting.
魔王の世界では10年以上続いてるのに、あんまり困窮してる感じではなかったよね。記憶から得られた情報だと。
True. Diablo was just casually going out in town to buy food.
国のトップが護衛もつけずに街中をうろつけるんだから、治安もそれなりに良かったわけだよね。
At least he didn't have to worry about his own citizens turning on him.
平時ほどではないにしても、それなりに豊かな状態で戦争が続いていた。かなり大きな争いだったわけでしょ？ 10 年以上も豊かな状態で拮抗していたっていうのがな。
It feels off to you?
引っかかるというか、気になるというか、そういうの考察するの好きなんだよね。ごめん。今の失言だね。戦争なんだから好きとか言っちゃダメだね。
Well, I get what you mean, but maybe try to choose your words carefully around Kaguya.
気をつけなきゃね。
She smiles wryly before continuing.
思うんだけどさ。これ、完全に私の妄想ね。
Okay.
戦時中は景気が良くなるとか、技術革新が起こるとか言うじゃん？
Yeah, I've heard that.
戦争が長く続いた方が都合のいい人たちがいたんじゃない？
Well, obviously. You think those people were pulling strings behind the scenes to ensure there there wasn't peace?
そうそう。操ってるとか、そこまで大げさじゃなくてもいいんだけど。
I mean, that's a very big motivation that would serve as a very good motive as to why Diablo made himself enemy number one.
敵国同士であっても、なんとなく利害が一致しちゃってさ。利益のためにだらだらと続いてしまった戦争。ってことなのかなって。
From what I saw in one memory, Diablo seemed to like the war. Diablo seemed to feel like the war had lost all meaning.
スレイも大義名分なんてもうないみたいなこと言っていたよね。
The people fought on out of pure hatred, while the important people behind the scenes became rich.
魔王はそういう状況にうんざりして終わらせようとしたのかも。どういう作戦かはわかんないけど。
Sounds logical enough to me.
でしょでしょ。魔王が即位する前から仕えている大臣とかがくせ者だったりしてさ。
Oh, yeah. You see that all the time. The ruler is just a figurehead and someone else is controlling everything from the shadows.
そうそう。派閥的なのもあったかもだし、和平交渉とか進めようとすると潰されたりとかさ。だから魔王は信頼できるスレイに内密に作戦を伝えて実行した。
'Cause he loved her, but didn't. That makes sense. But ultimately, Diablo died. I heard he was slain on the battlefield.
作戦途中で討ち死にしちゃったか。それとも魔王の死も作戦のうち？
Well, she's using her book smarts to her advantage. Now that you mention it, Slade did seem really shaken up when she discovered his plan.
してた自身の死をもって魔王は戦争を終わらせようとしたとか？
Offering up the king's head in exchange for peace. But would that really guarantee an end to the war?
どうだろうね。だった気になるのは自分の国が負けることになるじゃん。国民を困窮させることになるかもしれない。そう考えるとちょっと的外れな考察だったかも。
But his followers did act in the aftermath of his death. Slay set up that public order force, remember? Remember?
言ってた
Remember? Jesus. I think we might be onto something here.
やっばい妄想が広がっていく。
This is really fascinating, though it feels wrong to say that.
ねえ。かぐやちゃんの前じゃ口が裂けても言えませんが。
I mean, to be fair, it was 50 years ago, so, you know.
なんだろ。すごく新鮮な気分。
What is?
こういう真面目な考察とか話し合うの。チカと楓は付き合ってくれないからさ。寂しい。
Yeah, I can't imagine them being all too invested in topics like this.
おバカな話はいくらでも付き合ってくれるんだけどね。たまには真面目な話もしたいわけさ。よかった。りっくんと仲良くなれて。
Yeah.
照れておるわ。
You are too. She freaks out and grabs at her face with both hands. Not that I'm any better. My face has been getting even redder since she pointed it out. And now we're both acting all awkward, which is kind of hilarious. We look at each other and laugh. We're all meeting up tomorrow. Want to ask them about our past lives again?
そうだね。新情報ゲットしてるかもだし。そういえばお世話になってるのにお返しとかしてないの。
Maybe something food related?
いいね。そうしよう。
Yeah, like out and in. Oh, I can call you Kohibari in front of everyone, can't I?
そんなにくるみって呼びたくない？
I do. It's kind of embarrassing, though.
嘘。私もりっくんって呼ばないようにするから。
Unless you want to.
まだお試しだし、わざわざ言うのもね。
Yeah. We could wait till we've reached our conclusion.
なんか嬉しいかも。
How come?
結構前向きに考えてくれてるんだなー。
Listen, you're just kicking the can down the road. Just fucking do it already. I'm not sure what to say to that.
照れておるわ。かわいい。
Give me a break. She giggles mischievously as I reopen my textbook to change the subject. It's not like we're doing anything special here, or that we ever have, in fact. We're just talking, chatting about how we both feel. Not revealing everything, of course. I wouldn't say we completely understood each other. Yet, slowly but surely, we're closing the distance between us. Honestly, I'm still confused, but more than that.
差し入れ、ハンバーガーでいいのかな？
That'd be the safe choice. They'll love those.
ジャンクなのが好きなの？かぐやちゃんは。
Well, I'm sure that her world doesn't have out and in, so yes. I'm not sure. It was the first thing she ate after arriving in this world. So maybe it left a lasting impression.
あっちの世界にないものがいいかな。わかる？
Nope.
だよね。
We should probably stick to the safe choice, in case we end up getting something they don't like.
だね。
We're all getting together again tomorrow. So I doubt the two of us will get to spend any time alone. But the fact that I'm even having that thought must mean I've fallen for her pretty hard already. Like I said, they're just kicking the can down the road.
天使創造リブート。
They already know they like each other. They just don't want to admit it yet. Today's lesson goes smoothly. That is, if you exclude the mountain of burgers on the table after we brought our own, not knowing that Kogi and Orie had already brought some. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that was to be expected. I haven't made any progress of note. Kurumi, on the other hand, is improving by leaps and bounds. Well, that's because it's Kurumi.
自分のマナを周りに広げてあげれば。カツ丼食べたい。
Hey, I got it.
うっし届く距離伸びたね。
She's already got telepathy down pat. Now she's working on...
なあちゃん、それ投げてもらっていい？行くよ。オッケー、いつでも。
Really? Hang on.
それ。
Maybe I'm not... Her compressed mana blasts through the air and directly strikes the paper bag. Okay. I thought they were implying that she was working on telekinesis. Or, I guess, psychokinesis if she's using her brain. What I mean by that is... Psychokinesis specifically is when you are able to move objects with your brain instead of your hands. That doesn't help my explanation any better. Whatever. She's... TLDR. She's not doing what I thought she was training. She's not training what I thought she was training. She's using her mana directly.
お見事です。マナの制御はもう完璧ね。そのようだね。素晴らしいよ、くるみ。
Now all that's left for her to do is to be able to do the same thing while she's in her other form. As in, Kurumi form, not slave form. Yeah, seriously.
どうもどうも。記憶の方は相変わらず？ だね。変わりなし。
She sighs and slumps down onto the sofa. The only thing she's learned is to accept that Slay will never. How would I say? She's learned to accept how tsundere Slay is, I guess.
ちょっと思ったんだけどさ、いっそ思いっきり記憶を見てみるってあり？
Like by coming into contact with my mana again, but on purpose.
そう。いっそ全部見ちゃえば、もう蘇ったりしないのかなって。
Well, since you're both dating and all, wouldn't it make more sense for you to be able to? Wouldn't it make sense that you're spending your time together close enough for for your mana to react to each other, so that she gets more flashbacks?
推奨できないわね。
Shit.
ありゃ、理由聞いてもいい？危惧しているから。あなたたちが前世に染まってしまうことに。やりすぎると人格が入れ替わる？わからない。けれど、可能性は捨てきれない。
Well, that wasn't a problem in Amane's route. But to be fair, I think she had more problems than whether or not her personality would change through Viz, considering she wasn't able to control her mana, unlike Slay.
今回の件は前例がない上に、
Kurumi.
私たちの世界でも認知していない神や天使といった存在が介入している。
Kaguya glances over at Noah. Come to think of it, I still don't really know a whole lot about the realm she comes from myself. All Noah told me was that she came to help me for the sake of world peace, which would make me potentially very dangerous indeed.
とてつもない異常事態なのよ。今その姿で過ごさせていることも、私としては思い切った判断なの。
While Kaguya may be confused about Noah's origins, I already know who she is.
今のところ、そういった兆候はないようだけれど。
And you don't need to worry, I think.
嫌でしょ？別の自分になってしまうなんて。
A completely different person. For me, that'd be Diablo. If darkness consumes my heart, then Noah might be forced to take me down. Again, the thought makes me shudder.
かぐやちゃんの話聞いて、やっとわかったかも。今までうまく言語化できなかった、もやもやの正体。前世の私が今の私とほとんど同じなら、笑えたような気がする。異世界の自分こんなんかって。
Well, I think you are. There's just, when it comes to romance, that is when you and Slay differ.
でも、
Where, I mean.
全然性格違うし、考え方も違う。何もかも、私と違う。私の中に、知らない誰かがいる。それが、すごく、気持ち悪いんだ。私。
She's only saying this because every flashback Kurumi has is in regards to her feelings towards Diablo. She isn't able to. She hasn't seen any other flashbacks that show off Slay's other the rest of her personality, right? It's only her feelings towards Diablo.
何か共通点を見つけたくて知りたいって思っちゃうのかも。前世のことを。何か助言をしてあげられればいいんでしょうけれど。前例がないんじゃね。とにかく記憶を無理やり見るのはやめておく。私だけがどうかなっちゃうならともかく、谷風くんにまで迷惑はかけられないし。
I wouldn't worry about me. Just don't push yourself Don't go pushing yourself too hard.
何がきっかけで暴走するかわからないからね。慣れたと思っても油断しない方がいい。はい、肝に銘じます。
前世についてはできる限りのことはこちらでさせていただきます。進展と言えるほどではありませんが、分かったことがいくつか。
何？
スレイ本人に関してはやはり資料が残っていないようなので、治安維持部隊の方で攻めてみました。
スレイが組織編成した部隊だね。
はい。とはいえそちらも信頼できるかどうかは何ともという資料しかありませんでしたが、構いませんか？
うん、聞きたい。
はい。主にスレイの部下で編成されたようですが、国軍ではなく施設部隊に近いようです。あくまでも自発的に治安維持を行っていた。
So they were like a group of vigilantes?
まさしく。活動していたのは短期間です。戦後の立て直しが済み次第、部隊は解体されました。
Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense considering what I gather from the stuff they've told me, I guess, is that the public order force was only created to fill the power vacuum that Diablo left after he died, right? So that there isn't another big bad that takes over in his place who is actually evil and actually wants to destroy humanity.
しかし、とある手記によれば、解体後も一部の者たちは自警団としての活動を続けていたようですね。宵の監視者と名乗って。
Okay. Why the name?
宵とは、おそらく戦乱のことでしょうね。戦乱の火種を監視する者といったところかしら。
なんか自警団にしては大げさな名前だね。
そこです、問題は。
Aurea knits her brow and sighs.
いかにも創作っぽいです。
Well, to be fair, your whole world sounds fictitious. Yeah, I agree.
その手記の持ち主は誰なの？
And that's because it is fictitious. Unless demons are real and they're as cute as Kaguya. Never mind. I was about to say, and angels.
治安維持部隊に所属していたものとありますが、詳細は不明です。
名前もわからないの？
Maybe I should have said angels instead of demons, considering I'm a Christian.
はい。個人情報は何も。まるで工作員か暗殺者か。筆者の自己陶酔が感じられて、目を通すのはなかなかに苦痛であったと報告者がこぼしておりました。
それはなんというか、すみません、私のせいで。
お気になさらず。個人情報はありませんでしたが、スレイをいかに尊敬しているかといった記述は多く見られました。スレイは部下に慕われていたようですよ。とても。
なるほど。
個人的な推測を話してもよろしいですか？
お願いします。
スレイもくるみさん同様、精神官能魔法に長けていました。魔王が10年もの間、いかにして最前線で戦い抜いたのか。おそらくスレイの手腕も大きいのでしょう。スレイには全て分かっていたのです。敵の規模、敵の次の一手、戦場のどこにいようと、その全てが。スレイはその卓越した魔法の力を持って戦場を支配していたのです。単純な戦力で言えば魔王が突出しているのでしょうが、間違いなくスレイは最強の軍師でした。
最強の軍師。
その才能と技能をくるみさんは受け継いでいます。
You know, just in your own way. You're a strategist when it comes to how easily you're able to pick up on... Yeah, I guess. How easily you're able to pick up on skills. Regardless of which field it is in.
良いように捉えてしまえば気持ちも軽くならないでしょうか。
Kurumi stiffens up for a moment before realizing this is Orie's way of being considerate and forcing a smile.
ありがとう。ごめんね、心配かけちゃって。
いえ、そのくらいしかできませんから。
良いように捉えるか。前向きに。あまり考えすぎるのも良くないと思うよ。悩むなと言われても難しいかもしれないけれど。まあね、考えすぎてストレスになってまた悩んでって負のスパイラルだよね。どうにもなんないし、あたしらしくお気楽にってね。ごめんね、毎回ぐちぐち言っちゃって。気にしないで。僕ならいつでも相談相手になるから。ありがとう、ノアちゃん優しい。おっと。
Noah winces as Kurumi latches onto her. At first glance, her mood seems to have done a complete 180, but has it really?
今日はこのくらいにしておきましょうか。見たところ二人とも問題はなさそうだけれど、どんな影響が出るかわからない。少しずつ慣らしていきましょう。
Yeah.
はーい。
I hone my focus and return to normal slightly after Kurumi does. All we've been doing is eating hamburgers and talking, yet for some reason I feel strangely exhausted.
今日もありがとうございました。
お礼を言われるほどのことはしていないわ。付き添っているだけなんだから。
Well, you still took time out of your day to do it, so thank you for that. And thank you too, Noah.
どういたしまして。僕も付き添っているだけだけどね。おりえちゃんもありがとね。いろいろ調べてくれて。
また何かわかりましたら、すぐにお伝えします。
お願いします。
さて、今後のことだけど、どうしようかしら。
Are we ready to move on to the next stage already?
まだ2回目だけど、さして効果はないようだし、リクにもくるみにも。
Yeah, I guess not.
このまま続けてもいいのだけど、さっきも言った悪影響が出ないか心配なのよ。とはいえ、未知のことだらけだから、手探りで進むしかないのよね。
リクに関しては、くるみが鍵になるかもしれないね。え？私？
In what way?
くるみなら、こちらの世界の人間だからこそのマナの扱い方を、リクに伝えられるんじゃないかと思って。
確かに、そうね。仮に言葉にするのが難しくとも、精神官能であの感覚を伝えられるかもしれない。けれど、
リクのマナに触れると、記憶を呼び起こすリスクがある。
Oh no, that'd be such a shame. You should have to see more flashbacks of how much Slay likes Diablo.
そのリスク今更じゃない？今日もテレパシー飛ばしてるし。自分の感覚も伝えるとなると、言葉以上に深くつながることになるよ。けれど、心配しすぎかもしれないね。身体的接触さえ避ければ、そこまで気にすることではないかもしれない。
Right. We did get those flashbacks when we were touching. Though I never got any when I was learning to stop my mana from running wild, so there has to be more specific conditions than just that.
ひとまず、今後、過度な接触は避けた方が良さそうね。過度な接触は。
Don't look at me like that when you say excessive. Kaguya smiles for some reason as she clarifies. She kind of figured out about our relationship. We've given them no clues whatsoever. Unless she's been keeping tabs on me in secret to make sure my mana doesn't run wild. No way. I have to be overthinking this.
長い目で見ましょうか。答えなんてすぐ出るはずないのだから。
Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but you know, I wonder how strong of a reaction how would I say? How strong of a reaction would the mana be while they're, you know, fucking?
今日はこれでお開きとしましょうか。二人ともご苦労様。
Thanks again for the help.
お疲れ様でした。お疲れ。
We'll walk you to the...
いいよいいよ。すぐそこだし。なあちゃんまたね。また。
Kurumi gives us a wave before turning around and heading off.
今日はいつものくるみだったね。
Sorry, could you go on without me?
どこか行くの？
I'm a little worried about Kohibari. I know we haven't known each other that long, but I can tell she's still worried about something. The whole flashback stuff might be more severe than we realize.
僕も行こうか？
Nah, she'll probably clam up if we both start interrogating her. I'll get it over with. Get it out of her.
わかった。
See you back at home. That's one way to... That's one excuse you could use to start going back to start hanging out with Kurumi by herself. I say goodbye to Noah and chase after Kurumi. She's out of sight, but assuming she went straight for the ticket barriers. Oh, phew. There she is. Kurumi. She turns around and looks at me in surprise.
どうしたの？
Oh, I said I'd get it out of her, but now that I'm here, I can't think of a clever way to broach the subject. I'll just have to be direct. You're not pushing yourself too hard, are you? If you're not, that's fine. You just still look you just still look worried about me. Worried to me. I'm happy to talk about it if you want.
やば。めっちゃ嬉しいんだけど。
Huh?
ちょっと付き合ってもらっていい？
Sure.
じゃあ、下場で。
Of course. We head to the cafe. Then buy our drinks and sit down on the terrace outside to get away from the crowds. It's hot again, but that means there are fewer people sitting outside, and we won't have to worry so much about being overheard. I wait for Kurumi to take a sip of her drink and relax before broaching the topic once more. You're not finding it that easy to look at everything positively, are you?
そうしたいなとは思ってるけど、ちょっちね。
It's hard to?
要はさ、自分の才能として受け入れようみたいな話でしょ？
I'd assume.
スレイの記憶もテレパシーもやっぱり私にとって異物なんだよね。とにかくしっくりこない、私のものって感覚が全くない。変身すると顔とかはそのままでも体は別人になってる。
It's not just a wardrobe change?
利き手が変わるんだよね。スレイは右利きっぽい。
Wait, you're...
左利きです。
I don't usually pay attention to what hand a person uses, but now that I think about it... she was using her left hand to eat that shaved ice back at the beach. And people do typically use their dominant hand when eating.
今気づいたみたいな反応ですけれども。
No reason. No, I just wasn't paying attention all that much. Wasn't paying all that much attention to it.
私ってその程度の存在なんだ。悲しい。
That isn't what I meant.
ごめん、冗談。他人の聞き手なんてあんまり見ないよね。
Well, let's just say, sometimes you have to pay attention to it considering... okay, how would I say this? The only time it, I guess, matters, the only time it would matter whether or not you're left-handed or right-handed is when you're eating with someone, right? If you're sitting next to them, you will be able, you will know, you will be more aware of whether or not they're left-handed or right-handed, right? Because if you're right-handed and you're sitting next to someone who's left-handed, and by that I mean you're sitting to the left, they're sitting to the left of you, right? You will be very aware of the fact they're left-handed, considering that how would I say, the hand they're using to eat is a lot closer to you, right? Maybe not so if they're sitting to the right of you, but maybe you would also be aware of it, considering that, you know, if they were right-handed, their arm would be moving around closer to you. It's hard for me to explain, but it's more of an anecdotal thing. Whenever I go out with my mates, right? Whenever I go out with friends to eat, the only reason why I'm aware of whenever my mates are left-handed, or the only reason I remember that they're left-handed, I guess, is from the fact that is from the fact that whenever I'm sitting next to them, I am more aware of the fact that they're eating with their left hand. Hard for me. That was kind of a bad explanation, but you get what I mean.
まあ、とにかく変わるんですよ。左から右に。違う自分にって言われたとき、ちょっとドキッてしちゃった。
I mean, you know, all I'm saying is, wouldn't this make her ambidextrous? Right? She's a lefty when she's Kurumi, and she's a righty when she's Slay, but when she transforms back into Kurumi, wouldn't she have an easier time, I guess I should say, using her right hand compared to before she started transmigrating? Yeah, that's basically what happens.
そうなんすよね。
She furrows her brow and sips through her straw. It's not just the flashbacks. Everything about her past life is troubling her. I wish I could do something to help. It sucks that that all I can do is lend you an ear. I wish I could do something more to help.
聞いてもらえるだけで嬉しいよ。話すとスッキリするし。てか、ごめんね。悩んでるのはりっくんも同じなのに。
I can forget about mine most of the time, at least. But you get headaches and stuff, yeah? That's a lot worse.
急にズキってくるのはね。地味にイラッとするよね。毎日ではないけど、 夢で見ることもあるね。そのせいでちょっと眠りが浅いかな、最近。
My dreams were an omen that my mana was getting out of control, but Kurumi already has complete control over hers. Maybe Slay's soul is trying to tell her something, or maybe it's just like a spontaneous discharge sort of thing. I can't possibly provide her with a solid answer. I really should have gotten Noah to come with me.
先に帰ったんだよね。
I hope. Yeah, I asked her to. Thought it might feel like an interrogation with the two of us. Why are you laughing?
嬉しいなって思って。
Well, yeah, aren't you technically... Well, I guess you can't really say this is a date, since you didn't plan it, but... Okay.
悩んでるの気づいて、追いかけてくれたのが。
Yeah, like a good boyfriend should. Yeah, well, I felt like I had to. Maybe I'm just being annoying, but...
今嬉しいって言ったじゃん。ん？なんで黙った？嘘じゃないよ。
Well, I had one more reason for chasing after you.
うん。
I was hoping we could spend some time alone.
はあ、
Sorry, I know you're genuinely worried about... genuinely worried about this, and I'm using it as an excuse to...
手出して。
Huh?
手。
Okay. I place both my hands on top of the table.
もうちょっとこっち。片方だけでいいから。
Okay. I slide my right hand into the middle of the table. Kurumi then takes my hand in hers. Oh.
キスは断られちゃったけど、このくらいはいいでしょ？かっこ仮の恋人でも。めちゃくちゃ照れてるじゃん。
She giggles as she starts blushing too. Then she reaffirms her grip on my hand and starts squeezing it like she's giving me a massage. Why are you squeezing?
なんとなく。
Probably because you're too embarrassed to just hold it normally, I bet.
分かってんなら言わなくていいじゃん。
Sorry.
なんか喋ってよ。
Can I get serious for a moment?
うん。
We're not having any problems holding hands, are we?
うん。ぶわーって来ないね。
I think it happened if my mana fluctuated, or if you used your telepathy, though.
この前のは、私、変身してなかったよね。
Nope, you were your regular old self.
てか、最初もそっか。ああなったから、変身しちゃったんだ。
So the memories of your past life, like, kickstarted the transmigration? No question mark there, never mind.
そもそも前世の記憶って何？非科学的ですよ。
Well, there's nothing much scientific about their world, and now people from it are living in ours.
もう何でもありだよね。
How long are we going to keep doing this?
気の済むまで。
Right, you mean left. Never
お
mind.
気楽にいいとは言ったけど、解決の糸口もわかんないね。
I just realized something.
何何？
It's my fault that everyone's transmigrated in the first place.
最初に変身した時、りっくんいなかったよ。
They told us that being so close to each other on a regular basis is what caused your mana to react, right?
言ってたっけ？
Well, even if I didn't directly cause you to transmigrate, the reason you were able to do so in the first place is because the mana was leaking out of me. Maybe your headaches are the same deal.
そういうことって？
We've been seeing a lot more of each other. You started coming over to hang out with Amane the other day. I went over to do homework with you. Shouldn't that mean you're being more affected by my mana than you were before? Maybe if you stopped seeing me, you'd also stop seeing those flashbacks. Is this really what you're gonna do?
それ、 別れたいってこと？
Like, what other way could Kurumi interpret what you're saying? Huh?
それなら、そう言ってくれればいいじゃん。
Whoa, slow down. I never said anything like that. I don't want that at all.
本当に？
I don't. I was just throwing out a theory, that's all. Are you actually a pessimist?
わかんない。最近の私、ちょっとおかしい気はするけど。
She's just as anxious and nervous as I am. I need to stop letting everything she says throw me for a loop and do something to make her feel better. Yeah, maybe you should stop fucking implying that you want to break up with her. I don't want to break up at all. I'm just worried about you. If there's anything we can do to make things better for you, I want to try. We can still chat on the phone, even if we're not meeting up in person. Also not a good thing to say.
夏休み中はそれでいいとしてさ。授業始まったらどうするの？
Yeah, whose desk will she sit on if not yours? Right. You'd start getting the headaches again.
会わないようにしてもその場しのぎにしかならないと思います。
Yes, you're right.
お試し期間終わりかと思ってガチで焦りました。
I never meant it like that, I swear. Well, I kind of do want to end the trial period so that they can actually start dating, but that's beside the point.
わかってる。
Kurumi finally smiles, which makes me feel much better.
ごめん。めんどくさい女ムーブしちゃった。
Can they just actually start dating? Scared me too. Sorry if I hurt your feelings.
ううん。ありがとう。真剣に考えてくれて。私はね、逆がいいと思うんだよね。逆。
Like,
もっと一緒の時間を増やす。
yeah, you should be spending more time alone together in her room. Not in your room because Hermione's going to tease you, but only in her room. And when her parents aren't home. Never mind. What? So you can build up a resistance to my mana?
みっくん一個見落としてる。大事なこと。
ん？
りっくんが完璧にマナを制御できれば全部解決するんだよ。
Oh, you're right. If my mana is to blame for Kurumi's current issues, then it would solve everything. Sorry, I've been working harder to solve this myself. I completely overlooked that.
仕方ないよ。努力の仕方がわかんないんだもん。そこでね、私の出番。
No, I did say you might be the key.
そう。ついに役に立てる時が来たぜ。
You're still hung up on that?
少しだけ。たくさん相談乗ってもらってるし、力になりたいのは本当。それと
Also?
みっくんと同じ二人きりになる口実。照れておるわ。
So are you.
恥ずかしくても気持ちはちゃんと伝えないとね。
She smiles bashfully and squeezes down on my hand. Right now, I feel like it's about time we made our relationship official. That's what I'm saying, bro. Just do it already! But it was only the other day that I went on that spiel about wait until I'm confident again and whatnot. So I forced myself to get a grip on her hand, or on the fact that you still can't get it up. I have to master control over Diablo's power and find renewed confidence in myself so that you could get it off. Only then will I be ready to take the next step forward. All I'm saying is that this wasn't an issue in any other character's route. I don't think he only started dating. All I'm saying is that I don't think he only started dating Kaguya once he was able to get it up. You know, it took a long time before he was able to get it up in Kaguya's route, and by the time he was able to do it, they were dating for a while. Kurumi's helping me now, so I can do this. I'll be counting on you for help whenever I run into a wall.
してして。
What's your trick to it anyway?
コツ？
Controlling mana.
うん。
Yeah? Why are you frowning like that?
わかりやすく言うと。
So what are you thinking whenever you control your mana? Yeah, what are you thinking to get you to control your mana? Yeah?
なんかできた。
Well, shit. It's just like Kaguya.
スーって息吸うやつ。
You're not a very good teacher, are you?
そうなんだよね。感覚的な。
Well, people like Kurumi never really are good teachers. Which would mean Kaguya was right. Telepathy is the only way you can try to teach me.
でもそれやっちゃうと記憶がブワーってなるかも。
Oh no, you might get more annoyed at Slay for her unrequited feelings for Diablo. That might strengthen your relationship with Riku. Oh no, that'd be so bad. And if we're exposed to too many of them, there's the risk of them fundamentally changing us as people.
安易なテレパシーは危険と。
Like I said, that wasn't an issue in Amane's route. They just kept doing it. They just kept getting flashbacks of Viz and Diablo. Yeah. Like voluntarily getting flashbacks.
私やっぱり役立たず。
How did you come to that conclusion? Kaguya and Noah are doing this blind, and all we can do is the same.
だね。
That reminds me, Orie found out something about Slay.
酔いのなんだっけ。監視者。
I agree with Orie about it seeming fictitious. It just sounds so cringe.
ありそう。自己陶酔とか言ってたもんね。
Maybe it's not a very reliable source.
謎の人だなスレイ。自警団作るだけ作って自分は消えちゃってるみたいだし。
You haven't seen any flashbacks from that period?
見てないね。多分りっくんと一緒でもその記憶はブワーってならないだろうな。
Because it happened after Diablo died.
もどかしいな。スレイのこと理解したいけど見たい記憶は見せてくれないし。
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The only flashbacks Kurumi gets is whenever Slay talks about her feelings for Diablo, but in a very convoluted way, and that's why she's so annoyed about those flashbacks. You'd think it would feel better as it would feel as foreign or uncomfortable if you did understand her.
どうだろう。わかんない。そうなったらいいなとは思うけど。
I don't know, I think it's just the situation of if Kurumi finds out more about Slay, she's gonna realize that maybe they're not so different after all. I'll do everything I can to help.
ありがとう。
So, how long are you gonna keep massaging my hand?
いいじゃん。嫌なの？
I never said that. It's just
か。
people are looking. It's embarrassing. Okay, well,
いいじゃん。誰も見てないよ。
yeah, you should be doing it to both of his hands. That doesn't stop it from being embarrassing.
なれろなれろ。むしろ私の手も握ってよ。
Yeah, why don't you interlock hands? Interlock fingers. I'll get there eventually.
そのうちっていつ？
Don't be so pushy.
私の分析ではりっくんは押されると弱い。
You've got me figured out.
明日って暇？
Huh? I don't have any plans, no.
じゃあまたうち来てよ。誰もいないし。
You really had to add that last bit, didn't you?
何想像してるんですか？やらしい。
Well, you know, I'd be getting excited for nothing.
宿題の残りやって、あといろいろ話そうよ。別に前世のことじゃなくて、いろいろ。二人っきりで、さ。
Same time?
オッケー。
I'll see you tomorrow then.
イチャイチャする？
If only. To do homework. While flirting.
リクもグイグイ来いよ。
My mind's not reached that point yet.
何境地って。
She laughs happily as she finally lets go of my hand. Damn. If only only for her to come back in with her other hand. Oh, thank God. Never mind.
ありがとね。話聞いてくれて。
Thank you for always helping me out.
そういうことにしておきましょ
We better leave soon. I'll bet you're tired.
う。もうちょっとだけいい？せめて飲み物全部飲んじゃうまで。
Sure. I return her hold on my hand. Let's take our time.
天使創造リブート。
Oh, okay. This is my second time at Karumi's place, so you'd think I'd feel more comfortable. And yet, that couldn't be further from the truth. She didn't come to meet me at the station today. Instead, I came all the way here by myself.
ほーい。お茶持ってきたよ。
Oh, thanks. A very casually dressed Kurumi puts the glasses on the table and then sits down. It's not just the vibe that's different. It's not just that the vibes are different. The girl who usually pretties herself up as much as possible is allowing me to see her at her most relaxed. And that's getting me crazy excited.
よし。とりあえず、宿題やりますか。どうせ進まないけど。
Well, now it's gonna happen.
今日のメインはさ、イチャイチャすることじゃん？
That doesn't sound right. We were gonna chat about stuff.
つまり、イチャイチャするわけでしょ？
Yeah.
動揺しすぎ。
Give me a break. I want to get better at this. I do. But it's so embarrassing getting so worked up about everything you say.
いいと思うけどね。可愛いし。
That reminds me, you're going to the beach with your friends, aren't you? When's that happening?
露骨。話題の変え方露骨。
I don't know what you're talking about. When are you going?
あ、強い。何が何でもいじらせないという意志を感じる。一応ね、来週に行くことになってるよ。あ、何曜日だっけ？後でスケジュール見ないと。
Why supposed to?
ほら、これあるし。
She prods her temple.
最近片頭痛ひどくてって仮にしてもらってる。多分このまま行くけどね。寝込むほどじゃないし。
Yeah, and hopefully, Yuzuki will go with you. Rika will go with you. Yuzuki's a different character in this game, and also different protagonist in a different game. It's obviously affecting you enough to get in the way of your life.
私が警戒しすぎてるだけかも。お盆までには行きたいよね。クラゲとか多くなるし。あ、リックも行こうよ。
Yeah, it would make sense too, considering you're meant to be dating each other. Huh? With you and your friends?
違う、二人で。チカと楓とは別に。デート。
Oh, okay.
お試し期間に入ってからまだ一回もしてない。
But also with Chika and Kaede. What do you call today?
違う。勉強会じゃん、一応。
I guess.
でも、イチャイチャしたいんだからデートだよね。見てよ、この私の格好。キー泣きすぎじゃん。バカじゃん。
It doesn't bother me.
やらかしましたわ。でも今から着替えてがっつりメイクするのは面倒なのでご容赦いただきまして。
She wriggles her way next to me, right next to me.
座る位置ここだね。間違えてた。
I mean, you were good where you were.
なぜ敬語。
She grabs hold of my arm and nuzzles up against me. I could feel the softness of her breasts pressing into me. Also her warmth. She smells nice too. Her gaze is making me feel even more awkward. We're close enough to kiss. I'm getting so incredibly excited. And yet I...
みっくんはすぐ照れて。あれりっくん
Huh? What is it?
ごめん。
What? She lets go of my arm and shuffles away from me.
調子乗りすぎたっぽい。ごめん。
She's acting strange. No, wait. Was I the one acting strange? My feelings must have shown on my face. Oh, sorry. I think I gave you the wrong idea. I wasn't annoyed or anything.
気を使わなくていいよ。嫌なことは嫌って言ってくれれば。
You're fine, really. I think I was more annoyed at myself. Honestly, I'd love to be more physical with you.
おう。
It also in that way, but that's not what he was referring to, because he can't get it up. Never mind. But I laugh in self-derision. You're suffering because there's someone else inside you, and I'm virtually the same. Yeah, I wish I was inside you, but not in that way. I'm so excited, but there's no reaction. It's like my mind and my body are at odds with each other. I never realized that this would be all it took to rob me of my confidence. I want to act manly and confident when we're alone like this, but let me stop with this. That sounds so pathetic. Yeah, sorry for complaining.
嬉しいよ。私を信頼してくれてるんだなって。思ってること全部ぶちまけちゃえ。解決にはならなくても軽くなるよ、心が。何でも聞くよ、私。いつもりっくんが私にそうしてくれてるもん。
Well, are you sure you want to hear that Riku isn't dating? It doesn't. The only reason Riku doesn't want to make this relationship official because he can't get it up. It's kind of hard to talk about it. Well, it's not necessarily hard, but that's because it can't get hard. But you don't need to worry about that.
実はまだ心を許せてない？
Not in that way. It's, you know, a personal issue. I drop my gaze to my crotch. We're gonna end up talking about my you-know-what.
恥ずかしいよね。
Yeah, maybe I have a lot more pride than I realized. I know it's stupid and all.
私は男の子のことわかんないけど、最初に話してくれた時も勇気いったよね。
I guess. I don't think most guys would get it either unless they'd experienced it themselves. And the only guys who would have experienced it are in their 50s. So, you know, I wish I could just ignore it. I do. But the more I try to do that, the more it eats away at me inside. Well, okay, maybe not exclusively for people over 50, but it's a lot more common in older people, in older guys. When I first found out what was going on, I got up into the fetal position and sat in the dark for hours. Yeah, I saw that CG. SDCG.
それだけショックだったってことだよね。よしよし。
I haven't used it as a thumbnail. She strokes my head. If only she... Never mind. It's embarrassing, but comforting, so I let her keep going. Thanks. I feel better now. That I've got it off my chest.
まだ足んないよ。どんどん吐き出しちゃえ。
Not when you're looking at me like that. I think I've said basically everything I wanted to. I'm sorry about this, really. I just don't feel like I can move forward until I've done something about the problem.
謝んないでよ。りっくんの問題は、私の問題でもあるわけだし。
Yeah, but not in an official capacity.
ひとまずさ。
She squeezes hold of my arm once more.
原因の考察してみようよ。どうして体にそんな影響が出てるのか。意味ないかもだけど、新しい発見があるかもしれないし。
Honestly, I've never really thought too deeply about this.
りっくん的には、どう思う？
I started displaying symptoms after the first time Noah suppressed my mana. Remember that time I dozed off in class? Mrs. Otto woke me up and I called her an angel.
あの天使って、のあちゃんのこと？
Yeah, she showed up in my dream, though I guess it was something that actually happened. I just didn't realize it at that point. Anyway, it turned out that my mana was on the verge of running wild, and Noah suppressed it for me. That evening was when I first noticed that nothing was going on down there at all.
ってことは、のあちゃんの魔王の力を鎮める魔法とかが原因になってる？
Well, that is one of the causes, but the real reason why he can't get it up is because Diablo didn't want children. I think it's more likely to be the suppression itself. It's not like I'm still under the effects of her magic.
あ、そっか。
I'm keeping all my powers sealed away, so maybe my other base instincts are getting sealed away with it.
めっちゃ言葉選んでるね。
Well, this isn't something you tend to discuss in polite conversation.
大丈夫。気にしないで。今は真面目な討論中だから。
You know, this is the kind of conversation you'd have with your doctor, not with your future girlfriend.
急にりっくんがチッポとか言っても、私は真顔でうんうんってうなずくから。
Yeah? If you say so. Yeah? Now you're not looking me in the eye.
ごめん。ちょっと、下品でした。
Sounds like we need to choose our words carefully. Serious conversation or not.
ですね。はい。すみません。続けてください。
Where was I again? Oh, right. Mana is like a source of energy for living creatures, right? So maybe sealing that got in the way of my other basic functions as a living being. Actually, I just remembered something Kaguya said. She said I became impotent as a result of a decline in my sexual desires.
でも、欲求自体はあるんでしょ？
Yeah, mostly.
ってことはさ、体にだけ不具合が出てるわけじゃん？感情面はそのままで、子孫を残す機能だけが麻痺したっていうのが、ちょっと不思議だよね。
Good word choice, but yeah. We see these memories of our past lives because they're etched into our souls, right?
非科学的ですが、おそらくそうでしょう。
Maybe Diablo's will is also etched into my soul, and he's the one who's so against this.
子孫を残すことを？
Yes. Yeah. I don't have any evidence to prove it, but it sounds possible. I have evidence to prove it. But that's because that evidence is in other routes.
でもさ、記憶は見るけど、意志って感じたことある？
Not really.
だよね。記憶は見せられるけど、それだけというか、私を何かに誘導しようとする意志みたいなのは感じない。あくまでも、あの記憶は魂に残った前世の残死って考えるのがいいんじゃないかな。
As in, our souls were supposed to undergo a factory reset when we reincarnated, but some information slipped through the cracks or something. Oh, that actually makes sense.
意志まで残ってるって怖いし、感情的にも否定したい。
True, and that'd make Kaguya's fears more likely to come true.
となるとですよ、博士。私はこう考えます。
Tell me, dear pupil.
ノリ。
But now that you pointed it out, I feel all embarrassed.
ごめん。ある種のセーフティーなんじゃないかなって。
What do you mean?
興奮すると、マナが暴走しかねないんだよね。
Well, it did happen once. There was that one time that it happened in Kaguya's route. From what I've been told, yeah, getting worked up makes it unstable.
もしリックンが欲情して、もう辛抱たまんないぜって、本能のままに私を襲ったら、最悪、魔王のとんでもないマナが暴走して、世界が混沌に包まれるわけだよね。至近距離にいる私、爆発資産ですよ。ミンチですよ。
That was more graphic than necessary. I don't know if it'd be that bad, but it wouldn't be good, that's for sure.
この体だと、マナをうまく制御できない。それは、私が身をもって体験してる。要するに、リックンのオチントスがエレクチオンしなくなったのは、
Your pingers. Your peanuts, if you will.
マナ制御が拙いこの体で、万が一にも暴走しないように、リックンが無意識にかけたセーフティー。ってこと。
So I'm unconsciously stopping myself. Pingers?
そこは流してお願い。
Oh, okay.
どうかな私の考察。
I mean, it's a pretty solid theory, considering that the way to... It makes sense when it comes to when you think about the reason why Riku was able to get it up finally in the other characters' routes is because they were, helping him out. It makes sense to me. There's definitely something preventing me from being sexually stimulated. I could easily see that being some kind of safety system. It's just, I'm not sure I'm fully convinced.
だよね。リックンも言ったけど、性的なこと限定ってのはね、興奮ってそれだけじゃないし。さっきも言ったけど、感情の抑制だよね。セーフティーにするなら。
Having said that, assuming I am doing this subconsciously, it's so strange that it only affected one place in particular. I'd only have more issues if I were suppressing all of my emotions at once. I'd probably end up like a walking husk. But if it were to only limit things that wouldn't strip away my core identity, then I think this would be it. Although, honestly, it still doesn't feel right to me, even after saying all that.
ふと思ったんだけど。多分、マナの流れがおかしくなってるせいでってのは当たってるよね。
Yeah, I mean, I'd assume so. That's what Kaguya and Noah seem to think.
ってことは、ですよ。
She presses more firmly against me and leans in close. It might be in the middle of a serious conversation right now, but that doesn't stop my heart from skipping a beat. Fortunately, she doesn't notice this and carries on.
マナの流れが正常になれば、体も正常になる、と。
I'd hope so.
変身した状態ならできるんじゃない？
Huh?
つまりマナの制御に適した姿であれば体の異常も解消されているのではないかということです。
Oh, she's right. I never even considered it. That form doesn't give me perfect control over my mana, but it definitely helps me wield it more than this one. And while in that form, my mana is no longer suppressed. So if I transform, I'll be able to get a boner.
Ooh!
Oh, whoops. I was so hopeful that the words just kind of slipped out.
大丈夫。勃起ね、勃起。
You didn't have to repeat what he said. Or the word, I guess. You don't need to repeat it. Shut the fuck up. You don't need to repeat me.
りっくんにとって大事なことだから。とにかく。
Right.
次の練習で試してみる？その価値あると思う。
It's not ideal, but if I'm at least able to get an erection again, I think that'll do wonders for my confidence, and you'll finally start actually dating Kurumi. I do want to try it desperately. The thing is,
気乗りしてなさそうな。
I mean, I am. But I'd have to get my dick out in front of Noah, Kaguya, and Orie.
あ、
I'd have to look them in the eye and say, "What? I'm about to get a boner." No, you don't need to do that.
ついね、その状況。
You should only do it in front of Kurumi because you already said the line, right? It would help me regain my confidence at the cost of my dignity.
じゃあ、お家でさ、試したら？ノアちゃんと二人きりで。
She did ask me to show it to her that one time, so she'd probably help if I asked. She did help in her route. I think it's more of an emotional problem.
うん。
I guess I don't want anyone other than you, seeing all of that. Like, I know I really shouldn't be saying that right now, but...
そんなことじゃない。そんなことじゃないよ。
There's definitely one way to make it official. Or, yeah.
結構、嬉しいかな。そういう風に思ってくれるの。
I mean, I guess I probably should do this if I want to overcome this problem. Either have Noah watch or try it in front of everyone. Since my mana might run wild and all.
手前までやってみる？
Huh?
だから、勃起しそうってなるまで？
Oh, like, check if it's even possible in the first place? Then we can stop as soon as I feel even the slightest sense of something happening down there.
そうそう。それにリックンだってマナの制御できるようになってるわけだし、気をつければ大丈夫なんじゃないかな。後で絶対怒られると思うけど。
We really shouldn't, yeah.
でも私はリックンの恥ずかしいって思ったり見せたくないって気持ち大事にしたいというか、リックンにしかわからない屈辱みたいなのもあるだろうし、そういうの無視したくないなって。
Through Kurumi's words, I can feel her consideration strongly. How much she respects my feelings. That makes me so happy. Except I can't allow myself to get carried away here. Kurumi's safety is on the line. Alright then.
試してみる？
Yeah, but we're not reporting it to them afterward. Instead, we'll tell Noah in advance so she can be on standby. That way, she'll be able to get here immediately if anything goes wrong.
そうだね。それがいいね。
Well, as long as they have one safety net, I guess. I'll go ahead and call home. Omane's the one who picks up. I get her to put Noah on the line, and then I explain what's going on. She understands the humiliation I'm feeling and agrees to come over in case anything happens.
くるみもいるんだよね。
Yeah, she's right here.
代わってもらってもいいかな。
Yeah, sure. I hold my phone out to her. No one wants to speak to you.
私に？なんだろう。
She takes my phone and holds it up to her ear.
くるみです。わかった。じゃあ谷風くんに代わるね。
Hey, still need to pretend you're not dating each other.
いいの？はい。じゃあね。バイバイ。
Who knows, maybe they'll tell everyone once they're officially dating. Kurumi hangs up and passes the phone back to me. What was that about?
ね、十分に気をつけるように。
Yeah, no wonder. You should be ready to run if it comes to it.
そういうことじゃないんだけど。まあ、いっか。てか、そうだ。ノアちゃん来るまで待った方がいいよね。
We should be fine. She'll descend from the heavens if she has to.
さすが天使。
Yeah, just hopefully in this route she doesn't forget that she can use her powers like in Kaguya's. At least I think that's how it works.
めっちゃ自信なさげなんだけど。
I don't really understand how it works at all. How it all works. She didn't tell us to wait, so we should be fine.
慎重なのかザルなのか。
Come on, let's just try it.
頑張れ。
Alright then. I close my eyes and focus. First, transregrade. Alright. Perfect. I got this down pat. Got this part down pat. Now to see if I can get it up. I don't exactly have much to work with here, but I'm in a girl's room, so that should do the trick. Allow the excitement to take hold. I don't know, I feel like, having your girlfriend watch you try to get it up is pretty exciting. What? Kurumi is staring fixedly at me. Without even blinking from point-blank range, and with concern written all over her face. I can't do it. I can't get it up when she's doing this.
ダメそう？
Nope.
そっか。
Listen, Kurumi, it'll be easier if you just jerk him off, right? Like what Orie did. I'm too nervous to get aroused.
その姿でも。緊張？
You're staring right at me. She awkwardly scoots away from me, around to the other side of the table.
見ないようにする。はい、どうぞ。
I don't know, I think it'd be more arousing if she did stare. Never mind. It's not that easy. You'd have to be a total freak to pop a boner in this situation. Well, maybe, but isn't she meant to be your girlfriend?
ですよね。
Even if it is a quote-unquote trial run. But like, I kind of sense that my mana is flowing more smoothly than normal. So I think it'd probably happen if I got some sort of stimulus.
興奮さえ。
But hey, I think it'd work, so maybe that's good enough for now. Better than my mana running wild, at least. So let's...
待った。
She hops to her feet.
りっくんに恥ずかしいことさせようとしてるんだから。私も、体張らないとね。
What? Her fingers reach down to the waist of her pants, at which point she freezes up. Conflicted, she stares off to the side and... She changed forms.
気分的な問題で、魔王の格好をしているリックンに、普段の私のを見せたくないというか。
This is a weird kink. Show me what?
何をって。これ、ですよ。
Hey! She rolls up her skirt. Okay. Once again, this is a weird kink. I can see everything. No, you can't. Her underwear is plainly visible. No, it isn't. It's well, okay, yeah, it is, I guess. But it blends in with the tights.
どうすか興奮しますかね
Or would they be leggings? Or pantyhose? I don't remember the difference, but... The difference... Well, I know the difference between the three is the length, I think, but I don't remember which one is which.
ちょっと、何か言ってもらえる
He's a bit too busy getting a bono. My mind goes completely blank, preventing me from answering her. A girl is willingly rolling up her skirt and to show me her underwear. This isn't the sort of thing that typically happens to me, or anyone, I would imagine. I hated my powers for making me impotent, but in this moment, I am grateful to them. Below a girl's skirt lies a sacred zone. The land of fantasies. Brother, you are... Okay, her plump thighs draw me in. Sure, those tights are preventing me from seeing her bare legs, but what arouses me the most is the fact that she's in a different outfit than usual. I don't think you understand the appeal of tights. Her voice trembles with excitement, embarrassment. Very, very different emotions there. She's clenching her skirt far harder than she needs to be. Her flushed cheeks serve only to further fan my lust. I'm incredibly turned on. How could I not be at this point? This is it. I can feel it. The blood is rushing. The blood is rushing to my loins. I think it's working. Yeah, I haven't felt the sensation in so long. I can see the signs. My Johnson, my right-hand man. He's about to be unleashed. Shut the fuck up, bro. Fuck, I'm such an idiot. I was so horny that I missed the window to stop myself. What idiot gets so turned on by a pair of panties that he allows himself to go insane? Well, you are staring at your girlfriend's panties, so... No! Kirby, get away!
大丈夫。任せて。
Huh? Instead of running, she approaches me. Tightly taking hold of my hands, she presses her forehead to mine. Kurumi? It's the same CG, but this time they're transmogrified. They're transmigrated.
大丈夫だよ。落ち着いて。私に任せて。
I wonder if I can get away with using the CG again. Something's pouring into me, mixing inside me. Usually that should be pouring into never mind. Kurumi's mana. A gentle light envelops and flames burning. The flames burning within me. She's synchronizing with me to try and suppress my mana. However,
なるほどね。これは持て余すね。
look, I'm just saying that I'm just saying he shouldn't have done this in Diablo form. The savagely dancing flames refuse to allow the light access. Allow the light access. Her mana is being rejected. It's too dangerous. Run!
丈夫だから。マナの制御のうまさはノアちゃんたちのお墨付き。私ならできる。りっくんは私だけを感じて、それだけでいいから私のことだけ考えて。
Just you. Kurumi pushes deeper and deeper inside me. At this rate, she's going to get burned. My stupid mistake is going to hurt her as well. How will I be able to live with myself? Am I not able to control myself, even if it means hurting the ones I care about most? That works. Am I really that pathetic? No. I'll borrow Kurumi's power and suppress my mana. Willingly, I allow her mana access. The two of us together can calm this raging tempest.
静まって。魔王の力。ここは戦場じゃない。そんな強い力は必要ない。だからお願い、眠って。
考え直すことはできないか、魔王。
他にいい案があればいくらでも考え直すさ。
皆で知恵を絞れば。
お前も分かっているだろう、スレイ。対価が必要なんだ。望みに見合う大きな対価が。国は差し出せん。となれば俺の首くらいしか残っていない。そろそろ憎しみの連鎖を断ち切らないとな。
Well, they finally got Diablo's plan.
断ち切れるものか。お前を慕う民の憎しみは、悲しみはどうする。
俺は戦争をいたずらに長引かせ多くの民を死なせた愚王だ。
誰もそんな風に思ってはいない。
だったらお前がそう思わせてくれ。
何？
できるだろう。他者の精神に感応し思考をも誘導するお前の力なら。
何を言っている。
愚王が死に戦が終わり、剣王が新たに立てば民の心は安らぐ。憎しみなど生まれないさ。
お前を貶めろというのか。国のために死を選ぼうとしているお前も、誰よりもこの国を思う優しき王。
そうだ。なーに、俺の名が後世にどう残ろうが大したことじゃない。民が安らかであること、俺の望みはそれだけだ。
自己犠牲が過ぎるぞアリオン。
お前にそう呼ばれるのは随分と久しぶりだな。頼まれてくれるか、スレイ。願わくば俺のいない世は穏やかであってほしいもんだな。
At some point, we reverted to normal. We're still holding hands, our foreheads pressed together. We stand there, silent and dumbfounded. Our deep connection showed us another glimpse of our past lives, of Diablo's conviction, and Slay's sorrow. Our inferences turned out to be correct. Diablo chose to sacrifice himself to bring the conflict to an end. Slay was unable to stop him. We stare directly into each other's eyes. A gasp escapes Kurumi's lips. It's no use. Our past lives are guiding us forward. Their emotions, their scars, are drowning us. I know we shouldn't be letting that dictate our actions, but it's too late to stop. Our lips press together. Softness and warmth greets me. softness and warmth greet me. The girl's kissing me, not to suppress my manner, but to show me how she feels about me. We stay in that position, lips pressed together without moving a muscle. Both of us have frozen at the moment of contact. Abiding by our emotions has actually made us calm back down. My lack of experience has me at a dead end. Where do we go from here? I think I might still be connected to Kurumi, if only slightly. I can feel her confusion, but nothing I feel suggests she wants me to stop. And the same goes for me. So I wrap my arms around her and pull her into my embrace. Once I take that step, the rest comes automatically. Our feelings once again drive our actions. Well, I hope Noah isn't watching this. Both of us slide our tongues forward. Neither of us spare a thought for how we're doing this. We both desire each other. So we both allow our feelings to guide us. I slide my tongue between her lips, and she sucks gently on it. The pleasure makes me feel like I'm melting to the floor. My racing heart drives lust through my veins, paralyzing everything but my lips. Nothing is happening downstairs, but right now, I don't care. It's going to happen, don't worry. I just want more of her. She pushes my tongue back and slides hers into my mouth this time. I follow her lead and start sucking on it, just as she did for me. They're getting very into it. I could tell she's enjoying it too. Her feelings are being conveyed directly to me, though only vaguely. Our emotions seem to resonate with each other, giving birth to the most exquisite pleasure. I truly feel like I'm melting. This is so wrong. I know we shouldn't be doing this, but I can't stop. Well, shit.
僕は必要なかったかな。よかった。
I mean, this isn't the most appropriate way to show someone that they're official, but if it had to be anyone...
念のため、リクの体調の確認はしておきたいけど。あそこに割って入るのは無理だ。あれって沈めるためじゃなくて。そんな下まで絡めて。
Stop looking.
ダメだ覗き見なんて。
Correct.
帰ろう。今のは見なかったことにしよう。
Things had gone from passionate to extremely awkward. We kissed for what felt like hours, but the moment our lips parted, we snapped back to our senses. We awkwardly pulled apart and put the table between us. Fucking Christ. Now we're both sitting here squirming. Huh?
気持ちが盛り上がってしまい。
Don't worry about it. So did I, so...
りっくんの体が治ってからって約束したのに。
I can't blame you, given the situation. If you hadn't, I probably would have...
そっか。まだかっこ仮だけど、またしてもいい？
No, like that. She giggles happily. That smile of hers works wonders on me. I'm getting the urge to start kissing her again already. So I force myself to change the subject before I lose control. So, think of it earlier.
何が
For suppressing my manner.
はあ、うまくいってよかった。
Yeah, who knows what would have happened if you didn't do that. Maybe he would have pinned you to the bed and never mind. I feel so pathetic. I told you I'd stop beforehand. I wanted to go and lose all control.
まあ、それは私も悪いというか、興奮させた私のせいというか。
Yeah, and now you should do it in this form instead, so that he doesn't lose control because of the excess mana that he is releasing from from being in Diablo form.
待って、今思い出してるでしょ、さっきの。
I'm not.
絶対嘘。目泳いでるし。
I swear I'm not.
まあいいけどさ、見せたの私だし、このまま付き合ってかっこ仮じゃなくなったらまた見せると思うし。
は？
テンパって余計なこと言った。
Now things are awkward again. She'll show me again, she said. When we move beyond kissing. I need to get myself back to normal if I ever want that to happen. For a moment, her words made me feel elated before the cold truth of the matter snapped me back to reality. That was really reckless of you, Kurumi.
あ、沈めたこと？
Yeah, I know it worked out in the end, but and you did help me, so I really shouldn't be complaining, but
実はね、のあちゃんからアドバイスもらってたの。
she did?
もしもの時はくるみが魔法で抑えてみてって、きっとできるからって。
Oh, so that's why.
頑張ってみた。やっぱりりっくんのマナに触れると前世の記憶がブワーってなるね。
Yeah, and the kissing afterwards wasn't part of the suppression. The suppression. Yeah. Not the happiest of memories, yeah.
それと魔王の覚悟を感じた。
Me too. I could feel how they both felt, but
やっぱり意志みたいなものは感じないよね。ただただ記憶と感情を再生しているっていうか。
yeah. So I guess it's not so dangerous after all. Though I doubt that'll make Kaguya any less upset about us. Less upset with us.
のあちゃんにも心配かけちゃったね。
Yeah, but at least she got a show out of it afterwards. She'll definitely have noticed what was going on. She might even have been watching us.
のあちゃんならありえそう。え？じゃあ、あれ？キスしてるとこ見られてた？
Oh, her eyes were glued to you the entire time. Let's not think about that.
だね。
Want to get back to studying?
よし、やろう。
Oh, but I should call Noah first.
私、飲み物のおかわり持ってくる。
Oh, thanks. I absentmindedly watch her leave the room as I pull my phone out. I got cocky, thinking that I could control myself. But in the end, my mana ran wild and I put Kurumi in danger because you got too horny looking at her panties. I'm pathetic beyond belief. Good things have happened today. Things I should be happy about. But I'm just not in the mindset. I feel so conflicted. Phew, yeah, I feel conflicted too about a lot of things that happen in this game. I collapse onto my bed as soon as I get home. It's been one hell of a day, and I'm exhausted. I'll take a nap before dinner, except I really shouldn't. I need to go report to Noah in person. So I get myself back up and head over to her room. Hey, Noah, it's me. Mind if I come in?
どうぞ。
I open the door and step into her room.
今行こうと思ってた。おかえり。
Thanks. And sorry about earlier.
大事なくてよかったよ。くるみがうまく沈めてくれたようだね。
Yeah, thanks to the advice you gave her.
きっとできると思ってね。万が一のためにそばには。あ、
She cuts herself up and starts to fidget. So she was watching us. Yeah, the whole time. That means she saw us kiss. Yeah, just gonna glaze over that particular topic. Oh, mind if I ask something?
何？
We were told to avoid physical contact in case it caused more memories to surface. So why did you tell Kurumi to do what she did?
そうだね。万が一の時には僕がいるし、リスクよりもリターンの方が大きいと判断したんだ。
What reward?
マナを制御する感覚は言葉では説明しにくい。実際にやってもらうのが一番だと思ったんだ。
Did she really show? Did Kurumi really show Riku how to control mana through suppressing his?
くるみのやり方は僕とは違うからね。精神官能。リクに同調してマナを制御し沈める。どうかな。くるみの精神と深い部分で触れ合うことで何か得るものがあったんじゃないかな。
I think the only thing Riku learned from this experience is how much Kurumi turns him on. That's one way to phrase it. I certainly lost the ability to restrain myself after that, but that's not important right now. Now that Noah mentions it, it's all starting to come together. Kurumi connected with me and guided me into suppressing my raging mana. Of course, that's what it feels like to successfully control one's mana. I see now why it was so difficult for anyone to explain. I wouldn't say I fully understand it yet. However, I feel like I've got a sense for it. Maybe. Like, now I know what I'm supposed to do. At least, that's the impression I get.
よかった。その感覚を大事にね。
Is that why you let us go with it? Honestly, I thought you'd put a stop to it when I called you.
悩んだけどね、止めるべきか。けれど、リクの気持ちもわかる。とてもデリケートな問題だ。みんなの前ではおいそれと試せないだろうし。
That was the sound of the chair. Thanks for being so considerate.
当然のことをしただけだよ。リクの心の平穏を守るのも僕の使命だ。リクの気持ちはできる限り尊重したい。それで、どうだったの？その、勃起の方は。
Is this really the right time to be asking this?
言いたくないならいいのだけど、一応治療的な側面から把握しておきたいというか。
Oh, well, it felt like it was going to happen when I was transmigrated. But my mana went out of control before it could.
そっか。ということは、その体でも正しくマナを扱えるようになれば治りそうだね。
Yeah, you just need to stare at Kurumi's panties more. Maybe, but I'm not going to try again. I don't want to worry you.
わかった。でももしまた試したくなったら気兼ねなく言ってほしい。助力は惜しまないから。
Thanks. Sorry for bothering you so late. I'll go back to my room now.
疲れているだろうし、ゆっくり休んで。
Thanks. I head back to my own room. Once more, I collapsed onto my bed, this time determined to rest. Kurumi taught me how it feels to control my mana. I just didn't realize it until I spoke with Noah, because I was too focused on the whole kissing thing. I can already sense the difference inside of me. It's as if my mana is flowing more smoothly, even in my current human state. So if I can hone the sense further... My hand reaches unconsciously for my lips. We kissed, tongues and all. We both desired each other. My heart was pounding like crazy, and the only reason you're not officially dating her is because you're too much of a pussy to actually start dating her while you can't get it up. Hers was too, I'm sure. In all honesty, we don't need the tentative label anymore. I like Kurumi without a doubt. I would love nothing more than to make our relationship official. But I can't. Not yet. Pussy, I fucking told you. There's nowhere for our relationship to go while my own problems still remain. Yeah, I'm sure that was a problem in every other character's route. Right? Right? I'm looking at you, Kaguya. You definitely... it definitely wasn't a problem. This problem definitely wasn't at the forefront of you. God damn it! I was about to say Yuzuki's mind. It definitely wasn't the forefront of Riku's mind when he started dating Kaguya. I'm more motivated now than I've ever been. My reasons may be impure, and it is quite sad how simple-minded I am. Right now, we're on summer break, and I fully intend to sort everything out before it's over. Well, it happened in every other character's route, so I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it'll happen in this route, so that Kurumi and I can finally take things to the next level. Yeah, the next level being sex. Wait, I shouldn't have said that. What a weird scene. You know, it's hard for me to explain. I love Kurumi. That's the best way to put it. She is very cute. I love her very much. And I mean, I talked about it before, before I BRB'd. Spoiler alert, this isn't a BRB as well. This is a ending stream RB. What? Yeah. Either way, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, a follow would be appreciated. If you want to support me further, you could always subscribe. But, yeah, a weird way for me to transition into the outro. But, unfortunately, I will not be streaming tomorrow. And the reason why is because, I was meant to mow the lawn. And I haven't done it yet. And the reason I didn't be... And I already talked about what happened over the weekend with the whole staying up too late, right? Also the reason why I wasn't able to mow the lawn on the weekends, even though I wanted to. But either way, if I don't want to stress over whether or not I'll have enough time to, if I'll be able to mow the lawn fast enough to stream tomorrow. So to not raise my to make sure I'm not stressing over it tomorrow or tonight, I guess I will choose. I'm choosing not to stream tomorrow. But either way, while I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow, I will be streaming the day after. And can you guess what game I'm going to be playing? Whoa, there's such a hard question to think. Who would have guessed it's going to be more Angelic Chaos? But with that being said, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.